Mm-hmm.
I wasn't at my computer, so I have no notes. All you guys.
No worries. We had rescued Zeke the session before last, and we started last session right whenever we had caught up with Zeke, and we're walking back to Duros, and we got him back safely. He was so grateful; it was awesome. But
100%.
yeah,
I really do think that he's starting to become endeared to us.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There were horses that we found along the way. They were definitely real horses, but some kind of magic, something going on with that.
I will say it's not too much of a reveal. That was because one of you rolled a nat 20. So
is it
Yeah,
was it
that makes
was it a wild magic table, or was it like some other
that
mechanic?
was,
or
yeah, no, that was my own, like, what will happen during this session. And one of you rolled a nat 20, and I was like, okay. Things get shortened up for them. Things get easy for them.
The roll table, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, but I like the horses. That was a good little bit. We found out Zeke is from Dinshaw, I think, or Dinshaw. Yeah. But we get all back. There was a crier that was talking about the war, and there's a wildcat in the city and all of that. But eventually we talked to Colonel Seagarden. And I think the plan was still to like leave for Parabor soon, but we got terribly distracted and went to the Tilted Tavern instead.
Oh no! I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just something else. While I think we are still the group. I think we are planning to go to Parabor. At the same time, the army of Duras, the human army of Duras, and the dwarf army of Bernolder are going to meet. It seems like the army of Duras, at least we know, is moving out with the expectation of meeting the army of Bernolder, and we're not planning to be there. And Rieta mentioned that that could be something that where something really bad happens. Just a thought. Not even a really good reason to think that something like that. Gloomers could show up, or the necromancer cult could show up. But if they did, like, that would be the time for them to do that, where they could do a lot of damage.
Right, we think it's a trap, I think.
Yeah, kind of. Like, or that I just think Rieta thinks that something is going to happen beyond just that's more than just like two armies meeting and fighting.
Yep, I think when we talked to Colonel Seagar and she invited us to join and we declined, but she did offer us certain resources, and I think it was a little unclear if we were supposed to like wait there or not, but like I think she is getting resources for us right now, and that's why we didn't leave the city immediately.
Yeah, I think it was magic items, but I could be wrong about that.
Yes, I believe that's what she kind of mentioned. Right, at least.
We were just kind of killing time and decided to go break into the headquarters of like one of the most powerful organizations in the city. So that's what we do with our spare time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But Rita sang to get us into the back room. I think the name of the tavern owner is Drusilla, I think. And Rita was able to charm her and allow us into the back room. And then we created a distraction, and Kassandra dropped herself down through a trap door. And this is going out on a limb. I'm just going to say she's lost. Maybe not.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Totally lost.
But she definitely came to an electric door, and I think she got zapped. But then I think she got through it. And then proceeded to not all stay to her left wall strategy, and that's where my notes end. So, yeah.
The biggest thing I just remember is both Tarvik and Roland not having a conversation and just sitting at the table awkwardly.
Yeah. I think I'm out of soup at this point.
Yes.
I do have one mechanical question. Have we had a short rest since the fight with the dwarves?
Is coming back to Juras count? The horses?
I guess the bigger question is, will this count as a short rest for some of us?
For some of you, no, because we haven't gone through an hour yet. You know what? If you wanna, I don't have any notes here from when you guys came in. I think you went straight to Seagarten, talked with her, and then you came down here. So I will say no, you have not. However, if this continues for an hour, sure, for some of you. But at the point, no.
Okie dokie.
At the point, no. Okay, anything else for recap? No? Okay. Then we will go into our session for today. And so you guys are, and by you guys I mean Tarvik and Roland, are kind of awkwardly sitting there trying to keep casual, keep cool, knowing that Kassandra has ventured down underneath a trapdoor that was purposefully hidden from normal patrons' eyes, it seems, while Rieta gabs away with fellow patrons at this bar that seems to be in the back here. Maybe talking a little too much to one person who then seems to kind of end their conversation as Rieta just gleefully continues being herself, which I absolutely love. You kind of notice the other patrons as you continue for nothing different in terms of their demeanor. They continue to kind of just from time to time look towards you. It's like a little wary eye, but continue back to their conversations and talk. You seem to stand out amongst their crowd right now. You hear off in the distance some pots and pans, water, and some cursing here and there from what appears to be your right side, which I will ping over here from this area, where there's a bit of a gap that you can kind of hear noise through. And then as you continue finishing your meal, you see Drusilla actually comes in through the door, looks around to Rieta and says, "Oh, dear." And then she kind of makes her way towards you, Rieta, as the two of you kind of see her moving forward toward Rieta. It was Rieta, right, darling?
Yeah, that's me.
Great. So there's a guard who is waiting and saying that he's to retrieve you or something. Now, we let him know that he's not allowed back here because it's only for special customers. And she gives you like a very knowing, kind smile as she's still very much under your charm. So I told him to wait out here while I come and get you.
Did he ask for me specifically, or like our whole group?
Oh, you and your friends.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
She kind of looks over towards the two who are sitting. Wasn't you had another friend? Short one?
Oh yeah, she got out to get some air.
Oh, strange. Make a deception check for me, please, with advantage.
Okay.
Go, Rieta.
I mean, I can roll like 2 1s. It can happen.
It's possible.
That would be scary. For the first roll of the night, that would be scary. Okay.
I mean, not great rolls, but
All right. Well, do you want to take a minute and gather all your things, and you can go out to the main room?
Yeah, that sounds good. I say as I sort of start to stand up, and I just I take my hand and brush it against the guy that I've been bothering. I just brush it against his arm as I get up and go to walk over to Roland and Tarvik.
Great. And she kind of gives you room to walk through to them, and she just kind of waits there by the door.
Okay. So there's guard. Did you guys hear? Do you want to go? What do you guys want to do?
Well, it seems like this is such a lovely back room. At least one of us should stay and enjoy this lovely back room.
I think I don't know. I feel like we should just all leave immediately. Here, let me help you with your bowl. I'm gonna grab his bowl and kind of let it slip out of my hands and fall onto the ground next to it, hopefully making like a loud enough thump that Kassandra can hear it.
Interesting. Okay. Kassandra, can you make me a perception check to see if you hear? I think the DC one is at least 14. From where you are down in the underground, just confused and a little electrified, a little zap, a little tingly. You kind of hear a audible thump from upstairs that just seems a little bit out of the usual.
Okay.
All right. So as you guys continue to talk, what are you guys doing?
I pick up the ball on the ground and say, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
do
Drusilla
you
just
want me
looks
to
at
give
you.
this?" I give her the bowl. Do you take these, or do I? Is there a bin? I'm sorry.
Darling, you can leave that on the table. And she points to the bar table.
Oh, okay. Okay, I've never. This is
And then
new.
all of a
just wanted to make
sudden,
sure that
you
you're
just
taken
hear
care of.
Frank from Drusilla. A dirty bowl! And you can see she's shouting towards the back. And then you hear a very similar voice from the intermittent cursings that you heard and the clattering of pots and pans. I'm busy, Drusilla! Get your own damn dirt bowl! And Drusilla's just Frank! And then you see this dirty looking, and I'll expand it so you guys can see fully here.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just dirty, covered in oil. You can see just possibly blood or maybe sauce or wine just on his shirt. You can see a little I want to say that's a rooster or chicken, one of the two, just kind of perched and then just just barely audible, but just kind of pecking its head forward. And then you can see he's unkept, but he's a very burly fellow. And he comes along here. He kind of pushes this one guy to the side, and he's like, "Hey, watch it." He's like, "Oh, whatever," as he just moves forward and says, "Syl, what the fuck are you yapping about? Just get the damn bowl." And Drusilla just kind of points in the general direction of the bowl and says, "I got things to take care of." And she looks towards you guys and then looks towards you and just very smiles politely, "Oh my gosh, sorry you have to deal with this." And Frank, who's yelled at, just without a word, just rolls his eyes and very dramatically grabs the bowl off of the table, does a little curtsy, and then just goes back, grabs an ale of someone who was sitting here just randomly, and just starts chugging it as he goes back.
Oh.
MVP.
Is Kassandra back up, or can I see anything of Cassandra's movement at all?
You don't hear anything, and yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can roll for it, but it's gonna be impossible. But go ahead and roll for a perception.
I'll roll for it just in case,
Yeah.
because I feel like Torvik's gonna do the next thing if he doesn't hear 19.
You do not hear anything yet.
Okay.
But
then I would be like, "Oh, I should have had him grab this mug as well. Here, do you want to just?" And I'll drop that one by accident as well on the ground.
Great.
I'll try to stomp my foot at the same time to try to make it extra loud. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Pick it up again and hand it over.
Great.
To...
And we'll take a moment to pause here, and we'll transfer the moment in time here to Kassandra. So, Kassandra, you've been in these tunnels here. I have your tokens, everyone else, so you can see where y'all are at. You actually hear, with your perception check, you know that you kind of heard this thud, and it's a little ahead of you. So ahead meaning map north, where you heard the loud thud, and then you're just waiting a little bit. Everything else is silent.
Okay. But yeah, let's start heading in that direction then.
Okay. You slowly head in that direction, making your way very slowly. And then, as you kind of continue to move forward, you hear it again. You hear like another thump, and it's right around the corner here. Where you hear it.
Do I see a way up?
You see where you first started, and you see like the outline
I was so
of
close.
a trap door.
Oh my gosh. Okay, great. Okay. I will. How do I get up there without alerting everyone? Oh, I had.
As Kassandra thinks about this, for a moment, we'll travel back. We're gonna do a lot of back and forth here to get real time. What are you guys doing? You drop the second item. You drop the mug, Tarvik. And Drusilla just kind of looks at you and like rolls her eyes. Says, just put it on the table, dear.
Oh, I didn't. The last time I put something on the table, you got into a yelling match with the man with the chicken. I don't want that to happen again.
Don't you mind Frank. He's always like that. Go on,
okay.
Go on, put it on there.
If I put it on the table, is he going to come back out and you're going to yell at him again? Because I feel pretty bad if he does that.
I won't bring Frank back in here. Don't you worry.
Okay. I set it back down the table gently.
I want to roll something. She's in a spicy mood today. You just hear Frank. Seems they have interesting relationship.
Does Kassandra hear her yelling at Frank?
Now that you're directly underneath and she's screaming, yeah, you hear Frank.
I'm gonna try and like do like a little knock on the trapdoor, like do 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 do.
For the three of you there, go ahead and roll me perception just to see if you can hear her. Roland, you hear it. You hear the knock. Just ever so faintly. A little tap.
I'm going to try to, like, discreetly... I don't know, I was trying to position myself so that if anyone were to come up through a trap door, like, Drusilla wouldn't have a line of sight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, you kind of shift, acting like you're getting up to get up, and you're just kind of like standing there, expanding your profile, like you're just kind of stretching a little bit after sitting for a little while, and you see Frank just like starts stomping in again. It's like, Drusilla, my fucking god, if you have another dish that fell that you did not pick up on your own, I swear you will be in the soup. And Drusilla just kind of rolls her eyes and says, Frank, for the love of God, just do your damn job.
At this point, I'm upset for Frank. I'll just grab the dish and I would just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I should have given this to you last time. Here's the cup."
Just make a general charisma check for me.
Oh boy, I'm just so great at
just
those.
See how he
7.
He gets up to you. He looks at the cup. He says, if you drop another goddamn thing, we're gonna have a problem. And he just swipes it and turns away from you. halfway through, just kind of stares over his shoulder at Drusilla, glares at her, looks back at you, glares at you, Tarvik, and then just glares at Rieta and Roland, who are there. Just knowing,
I smile at him.
Knowing you guys are part of this group that is being that is taking him away, and then he just moves forward, disappears again. And then you hear very angry pots and pan sounds. Before it was fairly normal sounds, but now he is being very boisterous about it.
Angry pots and
Kassandra,
I'm just gonna try and sneak out.
Yeah, after you knock, what do you do to try and get up? Because it was a fair bit of a drop.
So,
Oh, okay. So there's like a ladder.
No ladder. It was just like a door and then a drop.
Okay.
I might ask you, like, if you want to use the walls and stuff, you could do an acrobatics check to see if you can just kind of like bounce off one and then leverage that and go up.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, roll
Did you have like
acro.
boots to help with that you found in that spider cave a long time ago?
I gave those to Cromwell, I think.
Oh, did you?
Never mind.
Oh man, Cromie got all the goods.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
That's great.
You can do it.
Yep. Because I have fast climbing, so that doesn't really help here. Alright, so 17?
Nice. Yeah. So you've done things better in your day, but you go ahead and you manage to accomplish it. So you have like a little scrape on your knee from scraping, or a scrape on your hands from scraping some of the stone wall, as you manage to kind of get up. And the top part of the trapdoor, there's like 2 inches, I would say, of like a wooden square that kind of houses that trapdoor like format, that layout. And so you kind of like brace your hands against here with like your foot up in the air. So you're like one on the wall, 1 foot on the wall, 1 foot on this like trapdoor inlet, and like your 2 hands there, and you're like pressing against. And so if you want to hold this is going to be another check, or you can immediately try and open the door and get out. So as you kind of tap and you don't really hear a response,
I'm not
you
very
just hear,
strong, so I'm gonna just get out.
So you just open the door and try and get through. Go ahead and make me just a strength, do athletics check, just to see how well you're pulling yourself up, as well as a stealth check to see how well you're concealing this sound here. Roland, you, because you were kind of listening for the knock, you know Kassandra's down there, and as you kind of hear here, you can hear her just kind of going, as she's like struggling to get up, and you see her fingers, the door is open, and you can see she's just like, her hand is there, and she's like onto the floor, but it's slowly sliding back. She's like barely holding on, but she's fairly quiet. You don't think anyone else has noticed other than you.
Can I like wedge my foot in the door so that it like can't fall on her?
Absolutely. Yeah. Anything else that you want to do to try and help her?
I'm gonna just like try to make eyes at Rieta.
Okay. So
and then eyes at Drusilla.
Yeah. So when Roland does that, Rieta like stands up kind of like nonchalantly and like stretches and gives like a big All right. Well, I think I'm ready to go. Drusilla, will you like walk me out?
Absolutely, dear. Come on. And she kind of like moves her arm like she's beckoning you.
Yeah, I take it and like, you know, link my arm in hers.
Absolutely.
I've been down to help Kassandra.
Great.
At that point.
Yeah, so she steps out with you in her arms, Rieta. As Roland, you do what? You kind of like bend down and just grab her.
Yeah, bend down. Yeah, whatever makes sense to help her. To be quiet and not fallen.
Yeah. So you grab her arm, and thankfully, Kassandra, any more and you may have fallen, as you grab Roland's hand, and it's a relief for you as he pulls you up, and you kind of motion up here. Roland, can you also make a stealth check for me as you try and do this sneakily? Nope. as you move forward, you slip a little bit, Roland, and you like get tugged in a little bit with Kassandra, and that surprise, you're like, oh, and you kind of stumble a little bit. A few sounds on the floor as you like grab your footing and you pull her out. Kassandra, you kind of just like roll to the side here, outside of the door, and you're just kind of like laying down very sneakily, almost like you were just here all along taking a nap by the fireplace. As Roland just kind of stumbles, you can see everyone just kind of looks over towards you, Roland, with like a questioning look. Their brows furrowed a little bit, like what the fuck is happening over there?
Don't tell Frank I dropped my bowl.
They all, some of them just kind of like shake their head. They all just go back to, you know, their conversation, their food.
Thanks, Roland.
Where'd you go?
I'll brush myself off and stand up.
Yeah. Sorry, you were
Yeah,
stuck
there
in
we
the dark, Tarvik. I had to
Yeah,
get
I was
you
like-
because of the from the lighting.
Oh,
And I
it's
think
too
we'll
tight.
go out.
Are we going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
All
see
right,
what they were
I'll grab your guys' tokens here to let you through the dynamic lighting. So as you guys move forward here, all of you are kind of there, and Drusilla, in the meantime, is talking with Rieta as she's telling her, that guard over there, the uncomfortable-looking one. And you can see the guard is just there by the door, holding his spear very closely to his body, and you can see he's getting the stink eye from, like, everyone in here. And you feel his discomfort as he's just kind of awkwardly looking around, standing there, trying to avoid gazing at the patrons who are gazing at him, just kind of like furtively glancing everywhere. And then he sees your group kind of scatter in, and he looks a bit relieved as it seems like his time in here is finally over, as he does just like a quick hand motion up to indicate that he's the one that has been waiting for you. He says, take that boy out of his misery and get him out of here. Don't like the guard frequenting this area, these folks.
Okie dokie.
Now you come back here again and you do your music, all right? And she gives you a little wink.
It would be my pleasure.
You hear in the background someone like trying to flag down Drusilla, like more beer or more ale, and she's like, all right, and she like waves to you guys and says, like, all right, take care now, and she just goes back to, you know, like filling drinks and stuff.
I found nothing.
Did it meet your wildest expectation? We should go.
Yeah, we should have this
You
conversation.
see the guardsman is like continuing to put his hand in there, like, oh, hello, like trying to get your attention.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
Hello, Sir Guard.
Oh, hello. I am supposed to fetch you for Colonel Seagarden.
Well, consider us fetched.
Great.
Great.
How did you know we would be here? We kind of just walked away. Oh, whatever.
Oh, well, you're being kept tabs on. We needed to get you, so we made sure that we knew
Oh,
where
that's
you were.
exciting.
Well, I hear you're supposed to get some really cool items, so it's a good thing I did find you.
Yeah. Let's go. Tarvik, you coming?
Oh, yep, I'm coming.
Alright, so Tarvik comes. You guys are escorted through Duros here from the Tilted Tavern, and you make your way to the Shield House, actually. So you guys, move your tokens here, you just go here. You walk in, and as before, there are guardsmen standing in front of the entryway to Shield House. It's a very luxurious house, fairly big, like stone made. And you walk through, there's a foyer entrance area that seems to have like a couple of benches lying around for anyone who might be in need of waiting before being escorted to a certain room or meeting with a certain someone. And you kind of get escorted through the doors with the guardsman, and he kind of nods to the fellow guardsman. And you go off to a room to the right immediately, where it seems there are a double door closed, wooden made, very intricate, very beautiful. As he opens the door, you can see you get led into a room that just has like a plain wooden table, fairly, I would say medium length seating, maybe like 8 people or so, and just like a few plants around, a few tables with some decorations like vases or whatever, with like a few maps and books kind of laid around. It just seems like a general purpose meeting room. And he leads you in. You see sitting there is Governor Seagarden at the table as she stands up to greet all of you. Says, "Thank you so much for fetching them." And she's talking to the guard and just kind of nods and lets him know that he can go his way. You can see he closes the door, and in front of her you see a bunch of magical items. And she says, "I have procured these, and I wanted to present them to you. Now, I mentioned that I would be able to assist you in this manner. However, not all of these are items that I can give to you. Some of them we must keep, and so I would ask you to take a look at the ones that seem most fitting for yourselves and select one per person. In addition to these items, I've been able to request 4 greater healing potions for each of you as you venture off to whatever potential conflict you said that you're going to." And so she kind of pushes 4 vials of greater healing potion. You can see these are very interesting and unique. So they are greater healing potions. However, they are not in a normal potion flask. They're actually very small. They're like in small little vials. So this is like a very portable, like much more portable than a regular healing potion. And it seems like the concentration has been crafted and brewed to be able to fit. And this is, I would say, Tarvik, this is unique. I don't think you've seen this in your travels and in your crafting. It's been normal, like potion bottles and such. This seems to be some type of unique crafting method. And so you could easily, like, I would say it's maybe 3 inches tall and like half an inch to an inch wide. It's a very small vial. Yeah. So she kind of pushes them along the table towards you. And I will go ahead and open up the list here of... where is it? Oh, here. Magic items from Seagarden. So she's telling you that you can pick 1 for each of you from this. So whatever you guys find yourselves gravitating towards, you can choose 1. She continues her communication of these items to you as she lists them out, and she kind of says, you know, these are used by the military, these are things that we've acquired over time, over requisition, and we use them ourselves. However, she was able to allocate them for this base payment of your services, of what you're able to do in bringing Zeke back.
Interesting. So there's 1 of each. Like we couldn't get, like 2
1
people
of
can't
each.
get the same thing.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Someone should definitely get the periaptive wound closure. Probably Tarvik, unless you want the shield.
Well, I don't use a
Yeah.
shield. I guess I sort of. I mean, I don't stabilize, but I have the
Oh, you
kickback.
have the orc thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not that it wouldn't be useful. It just
Mhm.
it just wouldn't. It wouldn't
Yeah.
hit me as hard as some others, maybe.
Okay.
I
well,
will
you could get
actually
the
say
elven guy.
while you guys are taking a look, this is probably a good time. We can do like a little break as you guys
Okay.
take a look. and talk. You can talk some us. So let's do like a long break. We can do like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Gem of Brightness would be a good pick. You can blind people, and if we're fighting wizards, that could be helpful.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. True.
Also,
It charge as well.
Also, it seems like it's a bright light, and I don't think the gloomers like light. It seems like, so that might be a really good pick overall.
Yeah.
We haven't like tried light or anything like that, but we definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the Gem of Brightness definitely. Are there any that like we know we don't want? How many other toes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to exclude 3.
I already have a +1.
So you guys have made your selections. I highlighted and I put the names down so when you guys look back and you can see that these are the ones that you chose. So, Boots, Kassandra, Gem, Lauren, Necklace.
I've been spelling Seagarten's name wrong for months.
Oh really? How have you been spelling it?
I thought it was garden, like a flower garden.
Garden, yeah.
Mm.
It sounds similar when you say it.
Mm-hmm.
Sea garden, yeah. Alright, so you guys kind of discuss amongst yourself in front of Colonel Seagarden. She kind of just waits there very patiently. And you indicate which ones that you would like to choose, and she says, very well. I'll take the rest, and you can see she brings out a bag from underneath the table, and she puts away the other magical items. And she just very faintly knocks on the table twice, and you see the door opens, and a guardsman steps through. And she just kind of nods and hands the bag to the guardsman and says, please take this to the vault. And he nods in affirmation of the order as he walks away silently. And you can see there's another guard who steps forward and says, Colonel, would you like us to escort them out? No need. We're actually going to await for... Oh, why am I forgetting his name? Oh, dear goodness.
Magic Mike?
Yes, thank you so much. We will be awaiting Mr. Michael Doom to arrive, as I believe all of you are prepared to take your journey to Parabor. Correct? And she looks towards you all.
Mm-hmm. I'm putting on the boots there.
So I'm just sitting on the floor.
Like sat on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. I also perked up when she said the vault. Like,
Mm-hmm. Innate in Kassandra.
I was hoping you would.
noted.
Yep. So she just gets in a huff from Kassandra.
Mm-hmm.
All right. She just kind of nods and says, "Just wait a moment. I do believe he'll be on his way very shortly. In the meantime," and she looks back to you guys. Can we prepare anything for you before you go on your journey? Mr. Michael Doon should be arriving shortly, but perhaps some water." She just kind of trails off at that.
Sure. Yeah. Hold up my water skin. And
Yeah.
what else I got? Do we have a tent still? We do, right?
One of you is carrying...
I have a tent.
Yeah, I think two of you
Yeah,
have
I
tents.
don't.
Should we bring our horses?
Our ones in
hard-
the stable. I think
Like,
we're getting.
he's gonna
teleported,
transport us, yeah.
though.
It
Yeah,
will
I
be
don't
a
think we
tent,
can transport
yes.
all of that.
Yeah, I think we might be able to bring some of the horses, but not all of them.
Okay.
If we can bring 3 horses, and you want to ride with someone, Kassandra, like that might
Sure.
help. If we can
How
bring
does-
3 horses, I don't know how many you can.
How does the magic work?
Well, and she chimes in here. The spell, though I'm not quite familiar with the magics, I do believe requires willing creatures. Are your horses trained in being able to handle such transportation?
I mean, maybe
No.
they're really good sports.
They're very kind souls, but I don't think. Unless we don't really have like a good animal charmer with us. Except for you, Rita.
I don't know if I can. Well, let me look. No, I'm not especially capable at. I'm better at, you know, like beasts are kind of outside of my my wheelhouse, I guess.
Okay.
Is the way to say it.
Alright. We still have the map, right? So that's good. We should decide where we want to land. And maybe send a message ahead of time to wherever we're landing. Someone.
I still have not gotten my beauty sleep, so I'm not going to be able to do that.
Colonel, do you have anyone that can send magic messages?
We do, however, I would have to requisition approval for the use of such magic. I would need to submit a form and have it approved.
Well, maybe Mo will if we ask nicely. Well, he might not know anyone there. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You could illusion yourself? Or I don't know how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just fresh water, and I think we're good on... I'm good on rations. Are you good?
I have a lot right now.
Yeah, I can eat your guys's. I mean, I have my own, but...
Yeah, true.
Mine tastes better.
That's true. Roll in for that. Okay. We'll wait for Mr. Michael Dune.
Alright.
Should we take a short rest?
Yeah, I was about to say, I would certainly like to take a little bit of a rest.
Okay.
Alright. One of you roll me a d20. 11 or higher, you're able to take a short rest before Mr. Michael Dune comes. Lower, and he comes before you're able to complete.
You asked, Roland.
Okay. I feel like I don't have good luck.
Hey!
Nice!
Alright, you guys complete a short rest. You can see Seagarten is getting a little bit tense as you see her finger just kind of tapping on her arm as she's waiting there with you. And, you know, after like 10 minutes or so, she excuses herself. Excuse me, while we await Mr. Michael Dune's arrival, I do have some business that I need to tend to. I'll be back shortly. And she excuses herself and leaves.
Are we in a fairly private area where we can talk?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're in that room. She closes the door behind her.
Kassandra, you want to tell us what happened under the trap door?
Alright, yeah, so I went down. There was no ladder, by the way. Fell
How
down.
rude.
And there were these tunnels, dirt floor, rocky sides, so they're man-made. Like, that was... And, it was like a maze down there. And there were these doors that had traps and locks on them. And I got through a couple of them, but then the traps got the better of me. And I was worried about how long I was taking, so I headed back. But I didn't find anything of value. I just think it might be a way to transport or smuggle things. I just couldn't figure out their end game or how it's used.
Do you want to go back, ever?
It's low priority. I mean, it's interesting. It could be how they're stealing people, or I don't know.
I did.
We don't have any.
I did promise her that I would come back and perform again, so I kind of too.
Yeah. Once we figure out this necromancer thing, we could always go back.
Really? Just to make sure everyone's good, I actually have an excessive number of greater healing potions at this point. Is anyone running low?
I have 4.
I have 6.
I have 2. But I also am a healer, so there's a difference.
I also have 2, and I have healing
Well, I figure like
spells.
you want
and
to
plenty
use
of
your
first
healing.
level slots.
You want to use your healing to reserve it to heal the rest of us. Whereas if you could use a potion to heal yourself and not take up the slot, that might be wiser.
Mm-hmm.
Either way. I'm giving 2 to Tarvik and 2 to Rita. Oh, that would put me down to.
Why don't you give 1 to each of us, and you just?
Yeah, I'll give one. I'll give 1 to each of you. Okay, like it gives everyone's has 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
1 to each of you. I also have this dust of dryness from forever ago that I found as I was reorganizing my inventory.
Oh, interesting. What's that do again?
It'll take water and it'll make it into like a little pellet, like a big bucket of water, and then I can release it again, and I can basically carry around a big chunk of water with me and then release it.
And then Rita can breathe that water.
Yes, and then Rita can hide in the water.
I could just go jump at the river right now. That might be fun.
No.
I know what's down there.
Cats. Big cats.
Oh wait, can we? Are we attuned at this point? If we needed attunement,
Yes.
We finished a short rest, but like we didn't get these until like partway through the short rest. I think I don't know.
No, you got them at the start. So
you started.
You started waiting.
Oh, so we're waiting for Michael for an hour.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's look at this map.
Cute.
Where do we want to land? Outside Parabor? In Parabor? Alcaeus' shack? Any ideas?
Alcaeus' shack's kind of far away. So is the tree. But I don't know, maybe that's a good thing.
I was thinking somewhere up high that we could maybe... I guess that's too far away to see.
I kind of like the tree. Or maybe like the base of the mountain of the tree. Like where we fought all the guys and Red was there that one time. I feel like that might be wise because I think it won't be like a road that's being watched. Like the road into the Vale might be watched. But it wouldn't be like too terribly far. It would be like just a few hours for us to like walk into Parabor.
Mm-hmm. How does teleports work, Roland? Are we in danger?
I feel like Roland would, without a beat, give you a very technical explanation that you do not understand any of. But
Yes. Totally say yes.
Yes, you're in danger.
Yes, you're in danger.
All the time.
Yeah. I would say no more so than any other magic that we do at that level. But
Okay. She was like
really
pets
fine.
Her like the Raven Queen, like, oh god. Queen save me.
You'll be fine.
Alright. You excited? You nervous? What's the group feel like right now?
What's his name again? Is it Nick? The mayor?
Ew.
Nikolai?
Oh,
maybe?
Ron.
Oh.
Ron!
Yeah.
That's right. It was something like
Yeah.
that. I can't wait to see Ron.
Yeah, and Yelsa.
Probably. Oh, yeah!
We set that up. And Roland, your friend.
Greknar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to
And I'm
see
a little
him as
worried
well.
about the hangers. I won't lie.
Just the children.
Yeah. And the widow.
Yeah.
Is it a widow if it's a man?
Widower?
You know, while we're going there, we never really investigated the forest, like the little forest, so that might be... I don't know.
We followed the path to that grave, but You thought there was more to explore? I guess
Yeah,
they did tell us that there was an ominous feeling.
I
It
had
was a shadow creature.
Yeah, I had some theory that if we carved our names into the tree, that would abjure us against the forest, and we never tested that.
That's an interesting thing. Has did Tarvik ever carve his initial into the tree?
I think you
That's
did.
the first thing we did together.
Okay,
Well, no,
okay.
the
After
first thing we
the-
did was
the-
go
the
underwater
water.
and almost
Yeah.
die, and the next thing was sleep outside while Roland ran around being cursed. But
was
after
that?
that,
It was good times.
Good times. Yep. Very good time. Lots of good memories.
No.
I mean, do you want us to teleport closer to the forest and then make our way around the lake from there? As a good test? I don't know if that's worth the time, but
I mean, I think the town is going to probably be most dangerous at night. No basis for that other than that's when the Gloomers come around. And that's what we're
And-
guessing is that the Gloomers are there, plus a Necromancer, so I don't know, maybe.
Do we want to do a full rest too? Because aren't you tired, Rita?
I can't do anything fancy, but and she sort of, like cracks her neck as she turns. But like, I'm good to throw down. Like I can get into a fight. It'll be fun. I've always got a trick up my sleeve.
I am a little tapped. I'm good for one decent spell, and then a handful of smaller ones.
I have one big, I would say 6 medium, 4 small. I'm in pretty good shape. I just cast that one really big spell that almost killed that guy, and then did kill that one guy.
Yeah, but
Oh, and I also have
Depends.
darkness still. So I have my most powerful spell.
Oh
darkness.
yes, our favorite spell.
Maybe so. You have one spell. Gotcha.
Ace in the hole.
As long as you give me that special seeing thing that you can do.
My darkness is too powerful for the charm of dark vision. Won't help you.
I'm not opposed to taking a long rest if you all want to, though, before we go into the city.
Yeah, I think we should. I don't know, scout it, but not engage.
What time of day are we at right now?
Midday, a little bit past midday, so maybe like 3-ish.
Has it been 8 hours since we fought the dwarves?
No, you guys did that in the morning.
I still have mage armor up.
You do?
I'm good.
I mean, I will say it sounds like the Gloomers attack at night most of the time. So I mean, I feel like even if we started resting early, we'd probably be resting during prime Gloomer time.
We always, when we like message people and talk to them, it's always at night because it's always like at the end of the day before we go to bed. So every time we've tried to talk to someone, it's always been. I mean, I would support the theory at least that they attack at night.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that it's safer during the day.
All right, let's ask Michael Dune to see if he can message Alcaeus, and then see where he's at and try to meet up with him there.
He has to know Alcaeus for that to work, so we can ask, but
Everyone knows Alcaeus.
Fair enough.
He's super powerful, right?
But failing that, then what's our plan B? We're gonna have him take, I guess, to the base of the tree mountain.
Yeah, that works. Or we could
Sneak
just,
in.
I don't know, plop right in Parabor
We could also do that, yeah.
if it's
Isn't
daytime.
Isn't that cellar like protected?
We don't have a way to open it because Cromwell has a piece.
Oh,
Well, our
Oh.
cellar of
you
our
mean-
house.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot.
How
about
is
that.
how is it protected? Is it just we think? Or,
It's preservative. It had a
Oh, it had some kind
Abjuration or
of
something.
magic. on it.
Didn't we like burn the door down though? Like, did that maybe undo?
We is a very strong term for burn the door down.
There were a lot of
I was that wrong.
circumstances around that. I don't think we need to be nitpicking on the vault at right now.
I mean, I was
agree.
there.
There were multiple parties at fault.
I am at
look
least
at
partially
Rieta.
responsible for this.
Okie dokie. I am trying to remember though. I think the abjuration magic was still in effect when we left, but we don't really know.
Hired
what that
Hinger
does.
also to fix it.
Oh, that's right, we did. Yeah, we paid Hinger to refix the door.
If the Gloomers didn't come, he could have fixed it.
I actually like that a lot. I kind of want to teleport into Elaria's cellar.
Do you mean the vault or?
No, not the vault.
Okay,
Like the
good.
cellar under the
The
house.
wine
'Cause
cellar.
yeah, like I don't know if we'd
Wine
be able
cellar.
to get out of the vault.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But the wine cellar, I think.
What a way to end the campaign. We all just starved to death in the vault.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but we wouldn't starve to death. We just die of old age in there because great food and water is still a thing.
Yeah, I feel like I could fight y'all and level up to be a high enough level that I could teleport myself out.
Just PvP, kill everyone.
Yeah, you're right. And I feel like Tarvik would feast lovely on wizard bones. So that's how the
Don't get
campaign.
dark.
Not doing the vault.
No.
Definitely need to talk to Mr. Magic Michael Dune about like give you a location. You're not going to transport us 40 feet to the right? Because that is definitely not where we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to get into a fight, like who would win though? Like just a free for all throwdown. I think it's probably Tarvik, right?
Probably
I guess it depends on the distance, but yeah, probably Tarvik.
He's
Yeah.
you know and it could go a couple of different ways. You know, depends on how. But I would put my money on Tarvik. He's kind of the most.
But I can't
well-rounded.
die because
There's
the
that.
queen will save me.
I can't die
Well,
because I have this thing now. Apparently,
I mean, even
that
if
is true.
even if you can't die, Kassandra, you could still lose.
That's true. That would be a loss. All right. Guess we'll just wait.
Awesome. So, as you guys are conversing, a little bit of time passes and you end up regaining some hit points from your short rest. You hear a knock at the front door of this room, and immediately the guard kind of opens the door and says, I'm to summon you into the foyer area here, and you can see beyond him, you see Colonel Seagarden with Mr. Michael Dune. And you can see they're just kind of standing and talking in hushed tones, and they look over towards the open door, and Seagarden smiles and just kind of like lightly beckons with their hands to come out now. And Michael Dune is as depressing as ever, as he barely facially acknowledges your presence. He just looks over,
Mikey!
blank face, no reaction whatsoever to that.
Looking good.
As you guys approach and are telling him he looks good and hey Mikey, you hear
I feel that.
Seagarden pops up and says, thank you for your patience. It appears Michael Dune was having a bit trouble getting here. And he doesn't acknowledge it at all. He just says, okay, teleport now. Yes.
Are you friends with Alcaeus, Mr. Michael Dune?
Just looks at you blankly. And then after a couple beats, no.
Do you know Alcaeus?
Or
'Cause I mean,
anyone in Parabar.
I think that you're a little bit discerning on who you call a friend, so just wanted to double check the phrasing of that question.
Looks towards Rieta. A few more seconds of silence. No.
Oh, you're so great, Mikey.
Do you know anyone in Parabar? Like Roland asked.
Looks towards Cassandra. Again, a few beats. No.
Okay. You need to get out more, Mr. Michael Dune. See the world.
Teleport and looks towards Seagarden with like a slightly pleading face. Like, please just let me get this over with. You can see Seagarden is kind of bemused by this. She's hiding like a small smirk and says, well, it seems you have some very nice friends, Mr. Michael Dune. And yes, we can get on with the teleport here. Please let Mr. Michael Dune know of the location that you would like to go to, where specifically. And he says that he'll be able to do the spell, as you were familiar, as he teleported you before, earlier in the day.
Are we voting for Cellar?
Yeah, I'll get out the map and show him
Mm-hmm.
where Elaria's house is.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a little minor illusion of the house and the cellar and a little model of it.
I make a minor illusion within the minor illusion of the four of us as like dolls inside the house, like in the cellar.
Oh.
Nice.
He just kind of takes a look at it and he just frowns. Like his frown grows even more pronounced as he takes a look at that. Couple beats of silence. Okay. And you can see he opens up his hands and places them in front. And he goes ahead, just like before, he kind of motions you guys to kind of stand in front, close together. And he goes ahead and he starts casting. And you're very familiar because he did this before, but he kind of holds his hands up as he's focusing and he starts muttering words underneath his breath as the wind kind of picks up. And then instantaneously, you are kind of like jostling through an indescript, very confusing, very it's chaotic kind of like flurry of like wind and like white streaks passing around you. And then all of a sudden, you kind of gasp your breath and give me a second. I'm rolling real dice today. So,
Ooh, exciting.
yeah.
The clack.
Yes, the clack. Okay, give me a second. I just figured it's fun because I haven't rolled my real dice in a while. And then... Okay.
I'm a little nervous that we're rolling dice on the teleport.
Mm-hmm.
Cassandra's just like very nervously playing with her barrette.
Through the whirlwind as you're like being jostled about, your hand still goes to your bread. Interesting. Hold on.
Why didn't I give him an object?
You don't
Definitely
have
could
that
have.
This may not be about the spellcasting, it may be about like the state of the town when we're getting there.
That's fair.
Who
Fair.
knows?
I'm certain that Rieta took a bottle of wine from that cellar that he could be used to get us back there.
Oh, she drank it a long time. She doesn't.
Long
stand
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
there. She drank it immediately.
Do
I
you
have a
still have
large
a book
jar
from the
of
library, though?
I
I
do.
do. I definitely have books
two
in the
books.
library.
I do have 2 books from the library.
Yeah, so could you use that to get back to the house at least?
Little too late, but yeah.
As
I
are we
just thought
yelling through
about
like the astral void?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Hold on. I archived some pages here, so I also want to open up some pages. Give me a moment. Sorry, guys.
We end up in front older.
Too many pages. Oh gosh. Okay, here's the page that I want. And different tokens. Alright, okay. I need Cassandra's right here on this token, because that has changed.
Yeah.
And I also need Target. As you guys are kind of zipping through, it's but an instant where you feel a little bit nauseous and like your vision is just streaking with like white and like wind whipping in front of your face. It all of a sudden you feel like a force of pressure as if you were thrown against a wall, and you guys take 21 points of force damage each as you continue like whirling through. And you continue whirling through, and there seem to be like a lot of jostling where you're kind of thrown back and forth. You take another 10 points of force damage as it seems like this travel is not going the way that you expected and not the way that it has before. As you open up your eyes, some of you find yourselves in a similar space, and I would like all of you to make Constitution saving throws, please, as you all end up.
Can I choose to barf?
Underground.
Oh, wow, this place. Okay.
In a,
I don't know what this place is.
This is
So.
pre-Tarvik, yeah.
It is pre-Tarvik, yeah. That's why I said some of you. All right, so...
I clicked the wrong thing. I got a 16.
Okay. So, let's see. Rieta, you are fine, but the rest of you feel so nauseous. It is disgusting how you feel right now. Like, that was not a good travel. And all of you are aware that something went wrong. You find yourselves not in the basement of your previous home, but in the basement or in underground area of like this, the many rooms that you had to go through. This being the last within and underneath Dullah Forest.
Wasn't this room filling up with water as we left?
It was, and it looks perfectly pristine now.
Roland's going to barf and then get out one of the healing potions.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to also barf. Roland, clean me up.
Yes, he shall help clean up.
Tarvik doesn't know any better, and he just holds it in the best he can. He re-swallows it. It's in his mouth, but
Rieta did not previously feel the need to barf, but upon seeing Roland barf and then Cassandra barf, she starts like.
Oh, that's so funny.
We do. Is Mr. Magic Michael June with us, or did he only teleport us and he does not come?
He only teleported you guys. You don't see anyone else surrounding you. Tarvik, you take 6 points of psychic damage as all of a sudden you open up your eyes and you feel like a rack of pain just shoot through your brain and coursing through the rest of your body. I would like you to make another Constitution saving throw for me, please.
okay. Come on.
Oh, very nice. You kind of stand there for a moment, just a little bit dazed, and what do you guys do?
Oh, crap. We're here.
Mikey! Why would you do us dirty like that?
You could have warned us. Tarvik, you were so right.
Man.
It was dangerous. Ow.
That's a wow, yeah. We should try to go.
Tarvik, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh, great. 10.
Tarvik, all of you see Tarvik in a daze. He is just looking straight, kind of not answering you guys. Tarvik, you all of a sudden are not in this room. You are back home, and you kind of wake up in bed, and it's strange. You find yourself pretty comfortable. You find yourself limber. You don't have any aches and pains that you might have now. And you kind of wake up to figure out where your surrounding is. And as you do, the image of the light filtering in through the window, it's warm, it's sunny, it's a beautiful day, peeking through. You kind of start to forget about where you were previously, and you're being enveloped into this scene. You're in a very comfortable bed, and you kind of look next to you in the bed as you kind of wake up and look around the room. You see your wife, Lay, and she's just there sleeping. She kind of jostles awake and looks towards you and smiles very warmly. She grabs your face and says good morning to you. You look around. This is your small cabin that both of you lived in. And she kind of rolls back to her side and says, I guess, oh, sorry, I'm pulling up your page here. What was your daughter's name? I can't find it right now.
The question that everyone wanted to know.
I know,
it was
yeah.
Lily.
Lily, yes, thank you. I see it now. Okay. Lay says, I guess I'll wake up Lily now. I'll make us some food, Tarvik. And
So,
she goes out.
Do I remember that? Like, not. Do I remember this? This is not. Do I real? If I don't realize what's happening, do I?
You are in the moment, first person. You're seeing Lay walk out of the bed and going outside of your bedroom door, going to wake up Lily, as if you were.
Do I remember what
moment.
happens? But do I remember
You
the
don't.
after effects?
You don't.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just roll over a little bit and be like, okay. Is it your turn? I thought it was my turn today.
I have it, dear. And she just gives you a peck on the cheek. She walks out.
Tarvik lays there probably for another 5 minutes or so then, and then we'll give a very deep stretch.
As you're stretching,
Get out of bed.
As you're stretching, you hear a blood-curdling scream coming from the kitchen, or coming outside of your room.
Okay.
And you,
Yeah, I'll brush up to it.
yeah, you hear the voice, and you hear it being your wife, Lay, screaming. She's shrieking. So you run towards it as you wake up, kind of prepared. As you travel, you gather skill, and so you kind of prepare to fight some type of battle. As you walk in, and you see Lay lying on the ground, dripping in blood, with a knife stabbed through her heart. And you see your little girl, Lily, standing above her, blood-soaked, her hand holding the knife, as she looks up towards you and says, "Morning, Daddy."
I don't think Tarvik knows how to react for a little bit. I think Tarvik is just confused in the moment. You know, I think facts are even starting to not line up with him, knowing this 2-year-old has now killed his adult wife. This wife who's been well trained in combat herself.
Yeah.
And he's probably confused and in shock more than anything else.
You see your wife just laying there as you kind of stand there in shock, and she just outstretches her hand. And with the last dying whisper of her breath, "Tarvik," she just whispers your name. And then you see her head just kind of loll back, her eyes wide open. And then your daughter takes her hand off of her blade, just walks, you were in the kitchen, kind of the entry kitchen area, and she walks into the actual kitchen area, where you kind of smell food that was being prepared, and you see her just kind of walk up to the kitchen, grab a little bit of eggs that were being fried up, and she says, do you want some, Daddy? As if nothing is happening.
What? I look back and forth between like her and Lay, and I'm just like, what did you, what?
She slides the eggs on the plate and just starts walking towards you. She's directly in front of you with her bloody hands, and you can see it's making marks on the plate. And she just kind of holds it up to you with a smile of an innocent child.
I think Tarvik like almost tries to take the plate, like still very confused on what's going on, and like just like hands are just probably shaking just too bad, and just like eggs are falling on the floor until eventually like he just kind of like lets go of the plate altogether, and he just it's like, what did you do? Why?
What do you mean?
What? I'm gesturing towards the knife. Why did you stab your mother? Why did you do that?
She silently looks towards the body, and then just slowly meets up with your gaze, and then her innocent childlike smile drops, and her face goes blank. And her voice changes to something that is like guttural and deep and dark. And you can see her eyes, in a blink of your eyes, go from the wonderful child round eyes looking up towards you, and then all of a sudden black pit holes. And you see her mouth is like stitched across and closed, and you hear this dark sound just like echoing in your brain. Tarvik Daewin. And it's kind of like gas. And then your daughter, with these black eyes, just kind of stabs you in the heart with a knife that just seemingly appeared. And you feel the pain. It is just burning. As in a blink again, you see your daughter with no dark eyes, with no mouth stitched over, with her very childlike, innocent face, smiling like she used to when, she saw you walk in after a long day of potion making or going out for errands. Like, she was so happy to see you. Yet, her hand grasping the knife that is stabbed inside your heart. And then she leans in forward, whispers, "I love you, Daddy." And you are woken out of this reverie in like a pool and shock, almost like you were that same feeling of teleportation where you're kind of swirling in a miasma of nothing for but an instant that you remember, and then all of a sudden you're back in this room. You're gonna take 5 points of psychic damage as you kind of wake up from this reverie.
Yeah, I think if I'm waking up, I'm probably like stumbling back onto the ground and just like skittering back onto a wall.
And I think for you guys, you kind of see Tarvik just kind of blanket there where Kassandra was asking kind of what's wrong. And then in a split instance, he's kind of like reeling back, as he mentioned.
Tarvik, are you okay?
I think at this point, Tarvik's just like hyperventilating a little bit and like probably touching his chest a bit and just like
you touch your chest,
feeling where the knife went in.
Yeah, no apparent wounds. As you touch.
I'll go up next to you, like put my hand on your shoulder, and just be like, "It's okay. I know that was really weird, but we're gonna be okay."
Yeah, that wasn't it.
What
That
is
wasn't
it?
it. Nope.
Do you want to talk
We need to get out of
about
here.
it?
Nope.
Okay.
We're gonna get out of here
Tarvik,
first.
can you make another wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Did that not go through?
I didn't see it.
It's an amazing scene.
17.
Tarvik, your vision fades yet again, and you are back in bed, awaking with the sunlight filtering through the cabin window. You roll over, you see your wife, as she kind of jostles awake. She turns to you, and the same thing happens over again. You're going to take 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
As you
So same thing happens.
same
Then.
exact thing. As you wake up, you see Kassandra. As you're kind of asking him and like standing next to him, you see his face go blank again, and then in an instant he wakes back up again. Tarvik, same thing. You remember it.
All right. I think this time still hyperventilating, still like gripping the point where the knife went in. I'm just gonna start looking around for doors. I'm just getting out of this room at least.
Mm-hmm.
You sit still. We've done this before.
Yeah, you see the door behind you. And the door.
I don't think Tarvik's sitting still. I think Tarvik is actively moving about and looking for
All right.
like he's going to find a way out one way or another right now.
Mm-hmm.
Roland points to this. I think that's the exit, isn't it? That's how we left before.
I remember there was something like we had to go into a hole and there was water. But yes,
Well,
we
we-
can try.
Well, we did to get the tile,
Perfect.
but not to leave the room.
Make another wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Yeah. 12.
Same thing happens again, where you're jumped back in. This time it's a little bit different. This time it's your wife stabbing your little child. And
Oh, great.
Yep. Same thing kind of plays through. She kind of plays it off as nothing, and then she ends up stabbing you. And another 8 points of psychic damage you take.
Nice.
As you kind of blank out a moment in front of the door, you see Tarvik just kind of stops what he's doing, stops taking motion, and then all of a sudden kind of like gasps back into his current state right now.
Yeah, let's go, Roland. You remember.
All
right.
I mean, try to touch the door.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, can I open the door?
You reach for the door and you tug, but it does not seem to give.
What's the door made out of?
Stone.
I feel like we left on this side. Like we had to go through the mirror.
I thought we had to get back. Dude, was the statue's name Simon, or am I just misremembering that?
Yeah, I think the statue is the same Simon.
Simon, you gonna let us out?
Tarvik, make another wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh, great. Yeah, of course. 19.
Oh, so close. But,
I know.
alas, you lapse back in. And, for brevity, only 2 points of psychic damage this time. You're real terrible.
All right.
You
Is this
freeze
another...
again, and then you break open.
All right. Is this another door down here?
That's another door, yeah. As
Yeah.
the party
Tarvik's going to
continues
start
to
running
talk
over to this door. Try
I
to
think
open that
and
that's
discuss.
I think that's into the dungeon. We died down. Well, Kassandra died down here once. We don't want to go for deeper in.
You try
Yeah,
and
that
open
makes-
the door, and it does not budge.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna look in the mirror where the statue is and like try and like touch the statue through the mirror, like this way. Like where it
So
would
the
be.
mirror's on the right side. Oh, but you touch the non-existent side. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You touch the space and you don't feel anything.
Okay. Alright. Oh god, I'm gonna have to pull up some deep notes.
All right, I think it might be desperate, but Tarvik's freaking out is causing some urgency. I think we touch the mirror, we go touch the statue, and then we bolt for the door.
Okay.
I think. I'm hoping. I'm pretty sure it's gonna try to attack
This one
us.
where we had to
so-
like walk backwards to the mirror.
No, and it wasn't
I
the
think
one
we
we
could
had to
just
ask
walk
politely.
into the mirror, right?
I think we just touched the mirror.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna try touching the mirror.
Okay, you try touching the mirror, and you feel mirror. Just nice and
Can I
cold
walk
to
through
the
it?
touch. You try and push through, but you cannot move through it.
Okay.
Tarvik, make another wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Nope.
Ooh, no. As you are like tugging on this door and frustratingly it is not opening, you get sucked back into this reverie. This time, you kill your daughter. And you kind of like lose control for a moment. You kind of wake up within the dream realm, or within the vision realm, and you're holding the bloody knife. And you see your daughter look up at you. Why, Daddy? As her last dying breath looks towards you, and your wife screams as she looks towards you. She stabs a knife in retribution of you killing her daughter, and then you kind of wake up. You take 8 points psychic damage.
Speak, friend.
I do not have notes.
All
for
of
this
you
area.
see Tarvik is like frantic for Tarvik being Tarvik. Like him just like going for a door and not caring is a little bit more unusual. And he is not looking good. You see he's kind of like swaying, he's touching his head, his little beads of sweat, I imagine. Does Tarvik say anything? What's he doing? Is he just like
I
gasping
think
for
if
air?
Cassandra gets that close again, I will just say, if I go unconscious, just leave me that way until we're out of the room. Just leave me that way until I'm out of the room. I'm sure it's the room.
Can you please try
do you
to
have the
collapse?
periapt on?
What?
Do you have the necklace on? The periapt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start running towards this
It'll
door.
be stable.
And I'm just gonna just try to see if I can slam it open. First of all, does it look like it opens in or out?
It looks like it opens out. Or maybe in.
Yeah.
Maybe in.
In. Okay, if it's in, then I'm just going to Tarvik's just gonna run up to this door, and any handhold he can get, just try to grip on as hard as he can and rip it open.
Yeah, make a strength check for me. Athletics, if you will.
It does not matter either way.
Okay.
16.
You try and pull with all your might. You're even putting your foot against the door to try and move forward. And let me look back in my notes. I do believe this triggers something. Give me a second. You know what? It's gonna take me too long. I'm gonna go with my gut. You hear a light crack, a little bit of a relief of pressure, and then you hear all of you kind of hear this. You kind of look back towards where Tarvik is tugging. You don't see anything, but you kind of hear this noise. All of you make a Constitution saving throw for me, please, including Tarvik.
Oh, all of us, yeah. I got these saved locked down tonight. I think the highest I rolled was a
19 was so close.
Yeah.
That was one away from saving.
I got a +7, but I haven't rolled above a 12, so.
All of you except for Tarvik kind of smell, which is so apt, kind of smell this. You remember there being a poison that filled the room before you left, because it was I forget exactly why it was triggered, but it was triggered. This was trapped. And so you kind of notice, and you all hold your breath for a couple of moments as you anticipate the poison filling your room. Tarvik, you have no idea what this is, as you are just frantically trying to get out of the room, as you inhale the toxins and you drop down, and you see Tarvik just collapse onto the floor in front of that door.
So do I go unconscious, or do I...
You just collapse on the floor. So you're fine because of the periapt. So you're not you're not gonna have to. Yeah, you're stable. You're not gonna have to roll.
Oh,
here's the problem. Relentless endurance would take me back up to 1.
Oh, okay. Then you're back up to 1. I forgot about that. Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank you for reminding me.
I would prefer not to use it. Unfortunately, I think it just triggers.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you
So
go down.
I am
and
back
then-
up to 1.
Yeah, you're on the ground and you kind of go back to conscious and you kind of breathe and you're back conscious, but on the floor, still a little bit dazed. And as you wake up, go ahead and make another save for me, please, Wisdom.
There we go.
Hey, look at that.
With 1 hit point.
Yeah! Tarvik, you feel like your eyes growing, there's like darkness growing around the edges, but you just will yourself not to go back to those moments. And you push through and you endure as the darkness kind of fades.
So we're holding our breath, except for
Right
Rita,
now,
I guess.
yeah.
But yeah,
Why is Rita not holding her breath?
I
She
have
has
the
the-
necklace.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Okay. I think I'm going to check the chair because I think the tile was somehow in the chair or chair cushion. And I don't know. I think I'm just checking the room, trying to remember what we
yeah.
did last
Sorry,
time
I
to get
forgot
out.
I forgot to put back the chair.
I'm gonna try and walk backwards through the mirror.
The chair was here.
Mixing up puzzles, I think.
I didn't take good notes. I have no notes for this room.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this item? Nope, sorry. I'm just trying to figure out what layer this thing is on. Okay, that's fine. It's on GM layers.
There was like a hole in the floor somewhere, I think, but I think it was under the rug.
So... Wait, Kassandra, what did you say you did?
I'm gonna try and walk backwards through the mirror. I don't know if that's mixing up puzzles, but
No, that is the correct way that you did it. So you walk through in the
Yay.
back and you enter in the mirror escape. You see Kassandra disappear from the actual room itself, but you see her reflection in the mirror.
hey, Simon, can you let us out, please, friend?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Alright.
Ooh, very nice. You see the stone structure inside the mirror escape just kind of rise up, and you see it walk towards you, Kassandra. And without a word, you see it just kind of nod its head, or tilt its head to the side as it kind of looks you over. It makes its way around you and then looks at you. It's like looking you up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Moves forward and looks directly at your face here. It's just like staring at your face for a while. Then straightens up and then just starts walking. Follow
I smile real big.
me. You hear in like a very gravelly voice as he says, "Follow me." He walks through the mirror escape. Frontward. Kassandra, which way do you walk through the mirror?
I'll try to go front.
As you try to go frontward, you get blocked. You see Kassandra just kind of hit her face a little bit in the mirror.
I chuckled.
I'll turn around. I never said I was smart, okay, guys?
As she walks backwards through the mirror, she moves through. It apparently does not affect Simon. As Tarvik, make another wisdom save for me, please.
Oh, great.
This is happening like every 6 seconds, boy.
13.
Wonderful.
Oh my god.
As you go back into this, you then kill your wife in bed. As you wake up, and you kind of wake up and see all the blood. Your white sheets are just stained and filling with blood, and then you walk through the door of your open bedroom, sleepy-eyed Lily, and she kind of rubs her eyes and looks towards you and says, "What did you do to Mommy?" As you walk up towards her to try and console her, and then you stab her as you kind of look and not in control of your own body, yet realizing and the implications of what you've done. As you wake up, you take 12 points, which, you go down, but you're stable because of the periapt.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I am I am unconscious but stable.
You see Tarvik kind of gasp all of a sudden after hitting the floor, And then, Kassandra, as you walk through the mirror, you see his eyes just loll back, and then his head just drop on the floor. He's, like, unmoving.
You guys, let's all drag Tarvik through.
Yep. Prop him up, and I'm not talking as gas, but, like, I'm gonna prop up Tarvik and try to... What's the statue doing?
The statue is opening the door for you guys. And then the statue just looks at Tarvik's body, because it's in the way. Looks towards you guys, says, "Move, body," in a gravelly voice.
Okay, yeah, we'll move it to his side.
Okay.
As you drag him aside, the Simon, Stone Golem, opens up the door for you guys. And you see he nods as like an indication that you guys are free to go.
Oh, I'm glad I remembered that.
Good job, Kassandra.
Yeah,
Great job.
Good job.
As we nod to Simon, and then I'm gonna leave, dragging.
I pass Kassandra a chocolate.
Ooh!
I will put it in my pocket for a second while we get Tarvik through the room, and then
Alright, so
I'll
we'll roll...
definitely try it the next room.
We'll roll for when you... Actually, no, roll now, because Rieta might use the chocolates again. So, Rieta, if you can roll... I think you do have the box of fake chocolates. So, just let me know.
Okay, so that's
4.
a 4.
Awesome. That's one that we haven't had yet. So this is espresso dark chocolate. Well, wait, Rieta, did you choose one? Or did you just give randomly?
I am not choosing anything at all. I'm just grabbing stuff out and giving it.
Nice.
I don't even want to try to figure out what they are.
Okay. You hand
I love
Kassandra one. I'm gonna highlight this one a little bit different color so we know it's been used, but that Kassandra has it. So let's do like a green color, I guess. So we'll highlight this green, and I'll show it to you guys so you can see it. Hopefully it pops up.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the espresso dark chocolate.
Nice.
That you have.
It's a good one, but
yeah,
I don't know.
You have no idea. The last time you saw this was someone's mouth basically got cemented shut.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So chewy.
I have a little worry in my eyes when you give it to me.
You gotta tuck it away for later, just in case it's like a terrible one.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then... Yeah,
As soon as we get through, I'll also lay a hands Tarvik 1 point.
outside, right?
Yes, outside, yes.
Right. Oh man, let's see if I found the right map. Nope. You guys get out to where you first kind of entered in. I'm trying to find that map so you guys kind of get a general sense of where you are.
It was the grave of the ghost.
It was. Yeah. It's just, I have so many maps that I've archived from like the first half of this.
Yeah. They're all fun. I was not expecting this.
Me neither.
Great improv.
Like I said, you guys made your decisions.
We did make decisions.
Here. Okay, so this, I don't think this was it, but maybe it was. This was like a different version of it.
We fought wolves here.
You did,
That's what
I know,
happened
yeah.
here.
It's similar.
Oh yeah, it was part of the story.
Yeah.
Kassandra, you were a brunette.
Yeah.
You forgot?
I did. It's so surprising.
Gosh. I'm a little bummed that it's not there, I guess. You hear the woodland sounds as we do. This automated music in the background, I love it.
Nice.
As you guys...
Tarvik, I'll give you 1 point.
She does
1 point?
lay hands.
Okay.
1 point.
Gasp
Great.
of fresh air. And you kind of tense up for that feeling of something invading your mind and pulling you back to those moments. And you tense and tense, but the moments pass on. And you don't go back into those visions.
That's good. That's positive.
We're outside now, Tarvik. It's okay.
I give it a minute. I give it a minute before I do anything.
Did that happen to us? Did we get a bunch of...
Only when we
there
went
were
through the mirrors.
Yeah, there were those
Yeah.
mirrors that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
But it's
Lots of
where I
mirror
died.
puzzles.
it was very different.
Yeah,
It-
that's where you died, right?
Yeah. I remember that. That's why I remembered this puzzle. It was right after I died, I think.
Hit close to home.
Yeah. And I will eat the chocolate.
Oh, you pull out the chocolate and you gain that speed effect.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was, right? Yes. The jolt of energy you feel just goes through
I
your
just started
body.
jumping up and down,
Yeah.
like in space. Like, oh wow, that was really exciting. That was really
Delicious too.
cool. See how I solved that puzzle?
As you guys are kind of here taking a rest, sorry I don't have Tarvik's token, but just imagine yourselves as Tarvik. Or Tarvik is there. Oh, lovely.
I did Tarvik, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are just kind of sitting there, and I would say, Roland, go ahead and make a Arcana check or a History check. It is your choice.
Same modifier. Arcana. 17.
You're kind of taking this all in, this entire situation of you guys being teleported, but some mishap happening, and then Tarvik kind of going through something extreme that you're not even quite sure what, but it knocked him out, and you guys remember not having experienced that. In terms of the general room experience, like you said, you guys remember kind of having similar but a little bit different type of moments when you were in the previous room and you were sucked into the mirror itself. But and Roland, you know this most of all, is all of these rooms were heavily magically created and enchanted. Elaria was a powerful wizard, and you knew that the mission that she sent you guys on was to be protected. So
because he wasn't a student.
When potential people who might not be associated that she specifically indicated were safe to go through these things, perhaps there were consequences for people who aren't. And in terms of the actual teleportation, one time you did an identify in the basement, and you got the aura of abjuration. So
You can't teleport into the cellar.
perhaps you can't because she protected it with abjuration.
What?
And all of that clicks into you as you kind of analyze the situation.
Well, this actually turned out great because now we get to test my theory.
Yeah.
Excited.
So
Tarvik
yes,
says as
we
he's
get-
lying on the ground. He's saying
Yeah.
Tarvik as he's lying on the ground, having watched him or former family members kill each other for the last, 45 seconds vividly.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Tarvik?
what happened to you?
We're not there yet. I'm gonna start chugging greater healing potions.
Yeah, go for it.
We don't appear to be
We're-
in any danger if we wanted to
Yeah,
rest here.
Okay, well, remember, we get exhausted. We don't know for sure that Rita has her theory, but if we stay in the forest, we're going to become exhausted, and there's no way we're getting to Parabor without taking a rest, so just keep that in mind as we use potions and such.
Yeah, I think we should try to, make our way out of the forest, head back into the Vale. I mean, there was, I think, I don't know, I vaguely remember, I think maybe you had a vision, Kassandra, of like the eye being somewhere beyond the forest, so it's not a bad opportunity to try to brave the forest and get through it, but that's not really what we came here to do. So
Yeah. We should save the people of Parabor first.
yeah.
Okay. Are you feeling a little better, Tarvik?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little. Just I gotta get back in the voice. Just a little bit. I'm good to go, I guess.
Did Roland explain what happened to everyone?
Can you make a deception check, Tarvik, for the I'm okay?
Oh boy, yeah. To be fair, Tarvik's never okay, but you know,
But
different types of okay.
This was a harrowing experience. I'll say,
Wow.
using everyone's passive, everyone, you know that Tarvik is not okay.
Tarvik.
I passed Tarvik a greater potion of healing.
I already chugged one. I'll chug another if you give it to me.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, sorry. Just looking at my spells. See if there's anything I can do. But...
Tarvik then takes D4 of radiant damage.
Are you okay, blasted?
Have some radiant damage. That will make you okay. All right.
I thought maybe this is a buff. It's just for me. Yeah, I don't have anything for you.
Yeah. I mean, I can heal myself
there,
if I really wanted to. I just do not. I do not feel like wasting spells on that. Depending on what we encounter.
All right.
So yeah.
So at this moment, I'll say let's take a quick break and come back at. Anyway, we'll go ahead and start recording here and going back in. So as we reminisce about the past adventures of the party, and they kind of look towards this area with familiarity, and Tarvik just regaining your strength after being healed by some magical potions. You are all left to your devices here in this quiet yet not quiet part of the Dolor Forest. All of you remember feeling quite unsettled when you were here, and that feeling still lingers.
We should head back to the Vale.
Yeah.
Yep.
I pull up the map and try to remember where we're
I think
at.
there are markings on trees to help lead us in.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
There were some markings.
Follow
yeah.
the markings. That's the way to do it.
And the map
And we've taken this
necessarily
path
wouldn't
once
help.
before.
Yeah, the map doesn't detail the forest details. It just shows like the cluster of trees that would represent the forest. As you guys kind of make your way, I would like one person to go ahead and make a survival check for me, please.
Help you, Tarvik? I guess you're probably
I'll
dealing with
say,
stuff.
plus some, or I'll just
And you're
lower the
not from
DC.
here.
I'll lower the DC because you guys have gone through this before.
Okay.
I'm very
Unless-
slightly surprised.
Unless it's Tarvik making the DC, which means it'll be
Yeah.
harder.
Yeah. I'm not proficient, so it's not. I don't think that's much higher than anybody else's. This is only a +4 for me.
I'm a
Like I s-
+1.
Survival? I'm probably negative. No, I'm 1.
I'm in a 2.
Rita,
One
you
more
are
for
leading
Rita.
the way. Yeah.
Sounds like.
Am I? Wait, Tarvik has a 4, right?
Right, but
The
I
DC
don't
is
know the
different.
area.
It's not
Okay.
a hard
Lower
DC.
for you.
FYI, it's not a hard DC.
Okay,
but
fair enough. I will follow me, guys. I know how to do this. Here we go.
Yep.
Oh
Kassandra was helping. Kassandra was
Yeah.
helping.
Mm-hmm.
no, it's one person. Mm-mm.
Oh.
As you guys just had a meet a 10. Always one under. Yikes! you guys continue your way. Rita being very confident, and after about 2 hours of travel, you realize you should be farther along than you feel like you currently are. Go ahead and someone else can make, or Rita, your decision. Someone make a survival check again.
Might say to Tarvik, we're trying to head straight south. Any chance you point us which way south is?
Rita turns around and is like, what?
You want to head south.
Roland, we're
You mean? I think at that point, Tarvik's like, "Oh, I thought we were heading north."
wait.
I didn't say anything because I knew. I mean, we've been heading north for like 2 hours now.
Amazing.
Fine. Tarvik, you lead the way. Let's see how fast you get us out of here.
Okay, I turn around and start walking the opposite direction.
Yeah. Amazing. This is amazing. So easily, the DC that you had to beat Tarmic was only a 12. You blew past any type of distractions and sounds you kind of hear in the distance, like little skitterings or little cries of wolves, and you circumvent and you decide to navigate away, still staying on the path. And very easily, you guys exit out of the Dolor Forest. Very quickly, too.
No one talk to me for the next 2 hours.
And yes.
Here I'm switching us to the Merriam Vale map, but you guys have just reached the outside of the forest. My map is still loading because it's a huge map. But up at the top right corner here is where you guys are kind of just breaching out of the forest. You see the very large Lake Moranthi ahead of you, far, far in the distance.
How late is it?
It is getting close to almost completely dark. It's probably around, let's see, we're around, it's probably like 4-ish? No. Yeah, like 5. Just from the travel. And because you are getting close to the winter months, the daylight is rapidly becoming less and less during the daytime. So 5 o'clock, you're heading around sunset, and by 6, it'd be dark.
Do you all think it wise to camp here? We can get off at first light towards this back to Parabar.
There was that shadow creature that we should be wary of.
The large monster in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it had anything to do with the necromancers or gloomers or anything.
Right. It wasn't a gloomer. Well, maybe it was. Maybe
We
just
don't know. We don't know. Did we ever find out what that was? I feel like we kind of did.
I don't think so.
I don't think
we
so.
just
Okay.
stayed away from it. We
Yeah.
didn't ever
All right.
approach it.
Yeah.
Let's find a little place outside the tree line, but so that has some cover, and try to set up a small camp.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys kind of go to the edge. I do believe I have a map for this. Yes, I do. Though Cassandra's
Okay.
hair is golden instead of white. We'll go
That's
ahead and
fine.
change that. You guys kind of reach toward the edge and like kind of hide around here where you kind of have some cover, but you know, you can still kind of see.
Okay. I'll start setting up the tent.
I'll start the fire.
Great.
I will sulk underneath the tree.
Perfect.
Yeah, 2 mopey people.
I guess I'll help with. I'll just try to clear. I don't know if it's snowy here or if it's just like hard ground. Maybe I'll just like
It's just
try to
hard
soften up. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'm just trying to clear off spots, then get the nice campsite going. Do something.
Awesome. So you guys set up for camp, and let's see. Yeah, let's pull in this token, maybe.
How we do shifts?
A long time since we kept watch.
I know.
Yeah.
What's the order?
Plus sessions, maybe not a long time. At least
Yeah,
sessions.
that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the token's not going in for some reason, but imagine there's a fire. You guys are setting up your
nice.
tents. What's the order for watch?
I'll
Third.
do first watch.
Second.
Guess it's just the standard order then.
Yep.
Okay. Third, Rieta. Perfect. Okay. As you guys head for rest, you are feeling quite restless. It seems like all of you can't quite get to sleep. Doesn't seem like it's been a full 24 hours. You just kind of lay there. Thank you for the...
For the flaming sphere.
Yes. Beautiful. Seems like
I mean,
you
it
have
wouldn't
to
be.
pass
It would just
sometime.
need to be what, like 16-ish hours, right?
24.
Well, no. Oh, since we started the last one.
Yeah, since your last... Oh,
Yeah.
right. But like, right. So 16, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I got confused.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
man, we'd have to be on a weird rotation. If that's
You only have a couple hours to kill, probably around until 8 or 9. But right now, you just feel so restless, like your body, even though you guys are exhausted, can't quite get to sleep.
Do we have?
It's been a little while. Do you guys want to like play Truth or Dare again?
Yeah.
I'm recasting mage armor. I'm not comfortable without it on.
For the game.
Yeah, the game.
Just
This is for the dare.
unrelated to the game. I'm just doing it.
Who goes first?
Rita suggested it.
Okay.
I pick Dare.
Oh. I thought you were gonna pick someone to. Okay.
Oh, is that what I'm supposed to do? Okay.
I don't know how this. It's your game.
Kassandra, Truth or Dare?
Dare. You know me.
Oh boy. What kind of dare can I give you like out in the middle of a forest? Oh no. I had this idea and I have no idea what to do. Maybe this isn't something that we do right now. Maybe I can give you something that we have to do when we're back in town.
Okay.
I dare you. This is gonna be cute. This is gonna be wholesome.
Okay.
When we get back to like Hinger and back to Hinger, you have to spend like an hour playing with his kids.
Oh my gosh. Dare accepted. I love it. Okay, I guess I'll pick the next one. I'm going to spin around 3 times with my hand out and see who it points to. And it pointed to Tarvik. Truth or Dare?
Dare.
Okay.
No one wants truth.
Yeah.
I dare you to send to your daughter.
I can't do that.
It's a big ask.
Problem solved. Next person.
To scry? Well, do we have a scry, Lo?
I think we already used scry today,
We
right?
used it really early
yeah,
this morning.
you did.
We used
Oh,
this
did
morning.
we? Okay.
We were fighting the dwarves this morning, yeah.
Okay.
It's been a long day,
It
y'all.
really has. It's so funny.
Okay. Alright. I'm not gonna go past your boundaries, but I still want to dare you something. I dare you on your watch to go out into like the open and look for the shadow creature.
Oh, okay. That's easy.
All right.
Well, I guess I don't want anyone to be excluded. So, let's do, Rieta, Truth or Dare.
Rita, wait, before you do this, roll a d20 for me, please.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice. In your head, you hear from Pig.
Oh.
There.
Oh, what?
This is the first
Dare.
time he's talked to you.
Dare, please, Dare.
I dare you to remain silent for 12 hours.
Whoa!
In your head, you hear Pick just uproariously laugh. What happens if you don't do it?
Rita is just like smiling. She's just grinning.
What happens if you don't do it, Rita?
That is a good question. What happens if I don't do it, Tari?
I don't know.
Well, we have to embarrass her somehow, right?
Well, I feel like her being quiet. That's true. How about this? If you don't do it, then you have to introduce yourself by a new funny name when you come into town, and into Parabor.
That's a better
punishment.
That the punishment on its own is a better dare, Tarvik. I accept.
I get to make up the funny name.
Go for it.
Wow.
So wait, Rita accepts the challenge? Am I?
Rita.
What does she do?
Rita. She's just going to be talking for the next 12 hours.
Gotcha.
You
He
hear
accepts the punishment.
Yeah, you hear Pick just chuckle a little bit, and then just kind of fall silent again. But it seems like he might be warming up back to you.
All right, Rita, pick someone.
Oh, I guess it's Roland's turn. Truth or dare, Roland?
Truth.
Oh. Oh,
What a Roland thing to do. I love it.
Yeah.
I look over at like Kassandra and Tarvik, and I just like, is there anything that you want to ask Roland?
Does he have a crush on anyone? Or...
I was thinking kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, I turn back to Roland, just like, hey, Roland, like the last time that we were like here, like I asked you about like if you had any like romantic interests, and you were kind of like, no, I don't really do that. Like, is that still the same? Do you have any crushes?
Roland thinks about it for a second.
Mm-hmm.
He says, well, not that there was anything wrong with how I was before. I do feel
I'm grinning.
like I do feel like I'm a slightly different person
That's true.
after I died.
Your hair, for
Mm.
one. Way cool.
For one. You asked me a question? Yes.
Oh, we should ask who it was.
Oh no! Roland, truth or dare?
Not my turn.
Roland's turn. So let's turn to pick.
Do I get to pick someone now?
Yeah.
Let's see. Kassandra, truth or dare?
Do truth.
Truth. Truth. Tell us about your time in Waterdeep.
Okay, we've been together long enough. So, pulling up my backstory.
I know, that's what I was doing earlier with Tarvik. I was like, I need to find Tarvik's backstory.
The only reason I even knew my daughter's name was because it came up at the Restful Lily, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I found Lay's name quick enough, but I was searching through the paragraphs, and I was like, damn it, I can't find the other name.
All right, so I grew up in an orphanage in Waterdeep, and I didn't really get along with anyone and I ran away a lot, and I met up with a bunch of pickpockets and kind of joined that group. And I had like a best friend. His name was Carrie. And we did a lot of silly heists, like stealing apples and small things. And we got noticed by the Black Network, which is like the thieves guild there. And yeah, we both enrolled, and I spent my youth kind of doing heists and jobs for the Black Network, but I never did anything violent. I was more just like stealing and stuff. But Carrie started getting really violent, and we were in one heist, and or no, wait, Carrie got. Let me. Okay, but Carrie got out of the group, and he ended up getting adopted by some noble family, and he never came back to say hi or talk to me or anything. So he pretty much abandoned me, like my parents and everyone else. And I ended up in the middle of a heist. I ended up looting his family's house without knowing it, and Carrie took the fall for me. He pretended like he stole from the house and pushed me out a window, and the guards captured him, and I think they might have locked him up. But I left town.
Kassandra, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, not
Nice.
bad.
Very nice.
And that's what I saw in the mirror. I saw Carrie in the mirror and his family, and they were accepting of me until they turned their back and stabbed me. So that was exciting.
That was the mirror. Like, if you got the chance, would you ever want to like try to go back and, I don't know, see what happened to him? Maybe bust him out of prison if that's where he still is.
He really hurt me. I mean, he wasn't around for years before I ended up happening to run into him. I don't know. I guess I'm a little curious as to why he never came around after he got adopted.
Does it seem strange that a violent member of a thieves organization was adopted into a noble family?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they worked with the Thieves Guild. But I don't know why then we ran a heist on that house. That's very confusing. I never was the smart one, you know?
I think there's probably more going on that maybe if you found out, it might shed some light on the circumstances. I feel like I'd understand someone's motivations or intentions and when they have such secrets.
I don't know. I feel like he betrayed me, but then he tried to save me. It's confusing. I've just tried to move on with my life. So yeah, there you go.
So with this round, I want to pose a question to you guys as players. I'm fine continuing along with this if you guys want to like do another round, a couple rounds or whatever of this game, or we can speed through. Totally your call. I'm fine either way. I just want to do a little check-in.
Yeah. Nope. I think I'm fine with y'all had a turn, and I'm fine with saying we go through the rest and speed through a little bit.
Because Raul doesn't want to answer any more questions.
Never mind. If that is.
I mean, if Golden doesn't want to, I guess Tarvik won't answer any questions either. Oh no.
I was thinking one for each person left, so I did 2, right? So I think if everyone could do 2 at least, it would be fair.
Yeah. All right.
Go on. Go ahead and ask.
All right. Rieta, truth or dare?
I pause for a moment and I'm sort of just like looking up with my eyes. Like I haven't turned my head up. I'm just looking up with my eyes. How about truth?
You hear like a
Okay.
little chuckle, hoo, 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 hoo. Almost like Pick is like rubbing his hands in anticipation.
Okay. What's the story with your family?
Oh, I mean, there's not a lot to it. I grew up in Amphale, which is not far from Waterdeep. So kind of just like a sort of a smaller town on the high road. And yeah, I don't know. My parents are both human, and I think they're still there. Haven't really, had a lot of talk with them. I mean, they were good parents. I had a good childhood. Kind of a lonely childhood, but yeah.
Okay. Have you? I guess that's. Have you thought about going back? That's just bonus if you want to.
No, I mean, I think my dad might be a little bit like ashamed of me.
Oh,
Um,
that's awful.
just, I mean, he was very kind. He was very loving, very supportive. But like, I don't know, he didn't want to be outside with me. He didn't want other people to see me as much. I think that he's ashamed of his heritage, and I don't know. That's I
You said he
didn't
was human?
really talk to him about it. Yeah, he's human.
Does he have a heritage like yours? Like, well, I guess
Well, yeah.
he's your dad.
I mean, it's in his side of the family. We have.
Yeah.
I think I have an uncle like me in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Is he a Funkle?
I don't know. I've never met him.
I bet he is. Well, we accept you. And I am proud to be with you and be at all your shows. All right, you get to pick.
I have to do a third question. Well, I've done Kassandra. I've done a roll-in. Is it against the rules to do roll-in again?
No.
No?
He hasn't gone twice.
Okay, roll-in. Truth or dare?
Dare.
Would this be cheating if I dared you to tell us who you have a crush on?
I do believe that is cheating, yes. Definitely not in the spirit of the game.
Fair enough. Okay. I have to come up with a dare for you. As we're coming back, this is a future dare again, just like for Kassandra. As we are coming back, I want to go back to the part of the lake that has the frogs, and I want you to catch a frog. You're a wizard, right? You're supposed to have a familiar, so I want you to go and catch a familiar, and I want it to be a frog.
Oh my gosh.
DM, do I get the impression these frogs were sentient creatures that had like language and feelings? Or were they frogs?
They were somewhere in between. When you encountered them, you couldn't necessarily like totally connect and speak with them, but they shared a little bit of sentience.
I will tell you what, Rieta. I shall catch a frog, but if it does not wish to come with me, I am not taking it away from its home. But I shall endeavor to persuade a frog to join us.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see this.
Oh my god. Guess we're gonna go north first?
We're gonna
No, I
go
mean, we're just-
like
it's gonna
west,
just direct
southwest first.
ourselves.
It's along the way. It's fine.
Okay.
Tarvik, truth or dare?
Truth.
What's your daughter's name?
Ooh, I knew it was coming. I was like, oh man, that's gonna be far easier than any
Had to
dare.
be.
There's a long pause here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Lily.
How long's the espresso chocolate? Oh, did you say? Sorry.
Only a minute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I was wondering if that's still hyper.
Okay.
Lily, huh?
Yeah, Lily.
Lily's a very nice name.
Beautiful name.
I'm going to find her for you.
I hope so. I'm hoping I find her as well.
And she's gonna be A-okay.
What's going through Tarvik's mind as he says
Oh,
Lily's name? And that pause.
I think suppressing any memories of today and any memories from before. I think he's just trying to like, he's staring blankly ahead at the fire at the moment, and just like trying to let his mind go blank. In essence.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing with us, Tarvik.
All right. Does that wrap up the second round of
I think that's
Truth or Dare?
everybody. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys kind of, have some odds and ends discussions and continue on until you can finally get a rest. And it's dark out. As Tarvik, you start your first watch as the rest fall into deep slumber. Tarvik, let me know if you'd like to do anything during your watch, which I think you do.
I apparently do have a dare, and I will.
Yes.
I will go. I will get away from the fire a little bit, and I will go look for the shadow creature. I believe it.
Yep.
I believe I was asked to go and look for. So I will spend maybe like I think my watch is only like a few hours long. So I'll maybe spend like half an hour or so looking for it, and then give up and go back to camp.
Okay, sure. You can make me a couple different rolls, your choice. I'll say you can either do survival, investigation, or perception.
I will
Dealer's
do
choice.
perception. Perception it is. 22.
Nice. You take a glance out and you circle around your campsite area as you kind of concentrically work your way outwards. Within a reasonable distance, you kind of first do the forest area, and you don't really notice anything as you make your way towards the outside of the forest. And you continue searching, however, you don't see anything. It kind of takes up that time that you've allocated for this search, and yeah, you come up with nothing as you kind of meander back to the campsite.
I meander back. I'll take a seat, stare at the fire for a bit, look around, keep watch for the rest of my shifts, and then at the end I get Kassandra up. I think Cassandra's next.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you follow through with the end of yours. No issue. Kassandra, you kind of get jostled awake by Tarvik.
Did you find it?
No.
Were you spooked?
No.
All alone in the woods?
No, I mean,
Alright.
you were literally feet from me.
Okay. Well, I had to give you something.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
All
good
right.
night.
Yep. Good night.
Kassandra, what would you like to do, if anything? And then also give me perception.
I'm good for perception. And I would like to... I have. I would just like to, hang on to my barrette for a minute and, say that I'm finally close to the necromancers and I'm going to kill every single one of them.
You kind of just sit down and try to connect with the Raven Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You kind of sit and just try and see if you're going on the right path and tell her of your intentions. And the night just greets you with a slight cold breeze across your face, but nothing unusual. No response, unlike the other times where you've been kind of sucked into visions. Quiet night as you finish your watch.
That's okay. I still trust you. And I wake up Roland. Hey, Roland.
Okay.
You should tell your crush before, we get killed by necromancers. Life is short. You've died once
later.
already. All right.
Go to sleep, Kassandra.
Yes. I go to
Saying dear for perception and let me know what you like to do.
Yeah, perception. I'm looking at something, but I guess I won't do it right now. Okay. Yeah, no, Roland won't do anything. He's gonna be thumbing through his spell book, keeping an eye out, and doesn't do anything in particular.
Okay. Sounds good. And, throughout your watch, you kind of keep an eye out, a little bit distracted by your spell book. You hear a crack of a twig, perhaps, out in the distance.
What did I hear?
A crack of a twig, perhaps, out in the distance of
I'm
the
going.
forest. You listen for a few beats. You don't hear anything else. Do you choose to investigate?
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna stand up and investigate. How far away did the twig snapping sound like it was coming from?
Deeper into the forest. You can't quite gauge the distance, but you heard something crack.
I feel like we need to have established procedures for what to do during watch. Alright, I'm going to go walk 30 feet and see if I can see anything.
Okay, you walk in deeper, 30 feet. The fire, the embers, growing a little bit faint as you just walk a little bit deeper and darker. As the darkness of the coverage surrounds you. You take a beat. You continue to look. Keep an ear out. You don't hear anything or see anything. Do you move further into the forest?
No. I'm going to go back to my spot and just keep a closer eye and keep my ears open. I'm not going to do anything else for my watch. I'm just going to intently be looking and listening.
Mm-hmm. You finish your watch with no issue as the time elapses, and luckily no other sounds reach your ears.
I'll wake up Rieta, and I'll stay awake.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Roland.
Morning.
In your head, Rieta, as soon as you wake up, you hear, ask Roland about who he likes. Ask him.
Roland, who do you like? Pick wants to know.
I'm sure Pick does. Rieta, I know this isn't exciting news for you, but be kind to me a little bit. I don't understand what I'm feeling.
Okay.
In your head, you hear Pick go, can't you, charm him or something?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Can't you, charm him or something?
Pick. No, Pick. I just give Roland a hug.
But you have the power to. Why won't you use it? You want to know the information.
I sort of let go of Roland as I'm just continuing this conversation with myself. Yes,
Nice.
I do have the power. But he's my friend, and if he wants to keep something to himself, that's fine. Like it's his choice.
But what if he likes one of you guys, and then it like creates tension and it messes up when you guys are in battle? Don't you think that's kind of important information to know?
Do you think he likes Kassandra or Tarvik? No, there's no way he likes Tarvik. Tarvik's a married man. He's a widow.
What if he likes
Do
you?
I know that he's a widow? I don't know.
He could have a crush on you.
No, we've been down that path before. There's no way.
Is this happening out loud or in his head?
Yes, but she is walking away. She's not looking at you.
You don't hear it, but you sense, like, you can imagine Pick is just wiggling his eyes at you, Rieta. Like, you never know. But, like, doesn't say anything, but you feel that in your brain.
I'm gonna go sort of like sit down in the grass somewhere, and I'm gonna pull Pick out, and I'm gonna just pluck a little on Pick, practice a bit.
Where do you move? Can you move your token? How far do you go?
Yeah, not too far, just like far enough away to not disturb some of the others that are still trying to sleep.
Yeah.
I am going to mention to her I heard a twig snap earlier in the forest, and just keep an eye out.
It's the woods. It'll be fine. There's plenty of twigs to snap out here.
Just keep an eye out.
I step on a twig.
What's a matter of fact? Crack. Okay, so you continue strong. Pick will continue to kind of try and logic you and convince you to, like, probe further into Roland's interest, romantic interest, as you just strum.
Pick, I actually have something I need you to do. I've been doing some some of these magic mouths, and I have an idea for another one. Like, I don't know if you were really paying attention while you were kind of upset at me, but I did some. I did some. Did you see the fucking? Sorry, did you see the the hellhound head and the skeleton hand that I put together?
Yeah.
I've got another idea, and I don't know. Maybe you can make this better. But I was thinking of getting two different things. I don't know if I can the sort of the pewter maker in Duras. If I can go and get two pewter doves, and I cast the same magic mouth on both of them, and they'll tell. And then tell two people to go to the same place to meet each other and be because they're their soulmates. Whoever is holding the other one is your soulmate. Do you have any ideas? I think that's a good one.
It would be even better if at that location you had a magic mouth of a stork that told them that they need to make a baby together.
Oh my gosh! Oh, this is a great idea. Okay, so we have to commission 2 doves and a stork. I love it.
Oh man, I can't wait.
This is gonna be. Oh, we can send them to the Lily. We can send them to our romantic getaway. This is perfect.
You should commission some type of recording at that location and see what happens, and then maybe we can go to some type of publicist and we could create a show. I've heard of those things.
Create a recording? Do you mean a recording of me?
Like a podcast?
A recording, kind of like a illusion.
Okay, of just a performance, and then oh, that is a really good idea, Pick.
Like a CD.
Yeah, and then we can tell people to go. Yeah, that's
so for our conversational purposes, like a reality TV show.
Oh, nice. So you're watching the stork and the dove, and
you watch them meet.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I didn't understand that at all.
You watch them meet for the first time, and they're supposed to fall in love, and then you kind of follow their story and how do they react.
Oh man,
I love it.
that's How pick you? I mean, I think they have to consent to being recorded. You really don't understand my
You
personal
humanoids
boundaries.
in this existence, in this plane, so weird with this whole consent thing. It makes things boring.
Maybe I'll think about it. I really like the stork idea. I'll think about the other one.
Well, I'm sure you'll need to find someone who can do it. I don't think you can do it.
You don't think that I can do the record? Well, I guess. Yeah, we would have to find some way to. Yeah, you said commission someone. Do you do you know anyone? Like, you had a whole life. I don't know how old you are. Like, before you met me, do you know someone that can do that?
I mean, I personally don't know of someone, but I know that people do it. I've seen it.
Okay.
But it's high magic.
Okay, maybe Mike? Maybe Mikey?
And that guy's depressing.
Or Simon? You don't know Simon.
Who's Simon?
Simon, he's actually not far from here, but he's another wizard. Well, magic user. I don't know what we do.
Someone call that name to that weird.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's a few Simons here, but different Simon.
So weird. Why do people in the same plane have the same name? Makes things confusing. Why not just have a special name?
I mean, there's a lot of. Are you the only pick?
I think so.
Huh. I keep playing on the.
He continues to try and badger you about Roland. He won't let it go. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Rieta, as you kind of tag along with Roland.
That was not a perception check.
Weapon proficiency.
There we. Oh, that's still not a perception check. I'm sorry. Let me find. There we go.
There we go. Lovely. You keep an eye out as you kind of strung. You guys kind of reach the end of your watches with no real calamitous effect. However, I would like all of you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please. As you, though at the edge, are still within the confines of the forest. And like you so accurately remembered, there did seem to be some effects of being within the forest. All of you except Tarvik make the save. And Tarvik, as you wake up, you just feel exhausted. You take 1 point of exhaustion. As you wake up, your bones are achy. You just did not have a restful sleep. The rest of you also wake up feeling a little bit of discomfort. It definitely felt uneasy here during the night, but you push through and you're able to regain everything. So full long rest for everyone, and Tarvik, you have 1 exhaustion point.
Kind of makes sense for Tarvik, though, after seeing what
after that trauma. Man, the dice really do make the stories. It all makes sense. All right. You wake up, though there is no sun, as each and every day that has passed, the sun rays don't greet you until later and later. It's roughly I'd say 7 in the morning, maybe 6 in the morning, and it's still dark out, but you guys are awake.
Roland, can you make my rations taste like marshmallows?
Sure. Make her rations taste like marshmallows.
Beautiful.
Like warm marshmallows, they're like the gooey kind that have just been heated up in the s'mores. Yeah. That perfect golden crispiness, not burnt.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, I agree.
Oh, I'm craving s'mores now. How dare you? It's too late to
summertime.
it's too late to want s'mores right now where I'm at. Oh.
Nom nom nom. How's everyone doing?
Good.
I do want to be clear. I did get a level of exhaustion. I didn't get a long rest at all? Or
No, you did.
I got a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a long rest, but when you woke up, you have the exhaustion.
Okay, I just want to be clear about that. I get stuck back, and I was like, I don't want to reset anything until I know.
Also, and I think this is where we'll end tonight's session, I believe, because even though I do want to get a little bit further, I think this takes precedence here. You guys level up! Yay!
Yay!
That is huge.
It is
Level
huge.
5 spells.
Yep.
A little exciting.
I will say there's a combo I've been waiting to use until I hit level 9.
Yeah.
And
Oh, no.
I'm very excited to maybe use it on some necromancers soon.
Awesome.
So
yeah.
Wombo combo.
Yes.
yeah, it's a wombo combo.
Yeah.
It's one more. It's way more flair than anything else, but it's gonna look real cool.
I'm
in my
very
mind.
excited. I'm super excited.
I will roll.
Yeah, so I figured this will be like a good chance for you guys to kind of just like wrap up for the rest of the night with leveling up your characters and stuff. And then, we'll pick up next session. But this is where we will end tonight.